Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I want to look at more of the Wasabi powers, but I would like to say that I logged in and I finally did end up getting Jae Young and all these other rewards in here. So I guess that was just for the... I don't know why it took so long. Maybe it needed a week to... Well, it hasn't even been a week since the season started. So I don't know why the game decided to give me these now. But I did finally get them. So we got the Cursed Kenji skin. We got the Hypercharged skin. We did get these credits to unlock Jae Young, and I got the 25 gems. So I don't know why, but we did finally end up getting it. So the only skin I am missing now is the Kasa Obake Piper. And yeah, well, it says 7 out of 7 owned. Maybe, wait, I guess I will own it eventually because I have it in the Brawl Pass. But anyways... Last video, we looked at Shelly, Brock, Colt, and Sprout's Wasabi power. Today, we are going to move on to Edgar, Rosa, and probably Pam and Eve, depending on how good any of them are. I did kind of blast through Colt and Brock because they were a little boring. I like Angelo. I like Spike. Shelly's is okay. I feel like it's a little underpowered. Brock feels pretty useless. It leaves bigger fire down, but I feel like half the time it's so easy to dodge, right? And I feel like it doesn't burn the enemies. Like when they leave the fire, they're not burned, so it feels pretty useless. Colt's is useful, but I don't feel like it's super amazing. Sprouts, I think it's just bad. It has to bounce off walls multiple times for it to do anything, and I just feel like not many maps are that packed with walls to bounce off of that is that useful. Anyways, let's go into the next brawler and see what they do. So it's Edgar next on the list. Let me find him here. I absolutely hate Edgar. Hate Edgar mains. Super has longer range and a faster jump. I don't even know if I'm gonna unlock or upgrade him to get his hypercharge. This I don't know if this is good. I mean, Edgar's already annoying enough with his jump that it just probably makes him a little more annoying. Thankfully, it doesn't buff his damage or any other stats, because he overheals so much, or he outheals most damage, I feel like. I should just have that on, and I don't know. Now that gadgets are unlimited use, I feel like this one is pretty good. Okay, so let's jump into a mode where we can actually get a feel. Okay, Showdown is here. Let's just try him out. And now that I do have Jae Young unlocked, I will need to unlock his Wasabi power, because I'm 99% sure if you don't have a brawler unlocked, you cannot get their Wasabi power. On my free-to-play account, I was getting really low drops for Wasabi powers, and I think that's just because I only have maybe 20 or 30 brawlers unlocked, and not every brawler has a Wasabi power, so the rates were definitely lower. Let's charge up our super here. We have a Kenji. This is kind of terrifying. See if I can out-heal him. I'll jump. Can we get the kill? We do. Thank you, 8-Bit, for helping out there. There's a crow there. There's a dynamite there. So 8-Bit can actually have 2 turrets down, which is pretty cool. I don't think we'll get to see that because of this dynamite. Come on. Come here. There we go. We get the kill. Of course they get the spawn, man. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. And his super still charges. Okay. I don't like Edgar at all, but seeing how far and quickly we jumped, we covered so much ground, that probably did save us there. Whoa, what? 9,000. I got one shot by Mr. P. I was playing with Mr. P last night on my free-to-play account, and it did not do 9,000 damage. What on earth was that? I had like 7 power cubes, didn't I? How did I die that quick? I got one shot by a 6 power cube Mr. B. I know he has 6 cubes, but didn't I have like 6 or 7 as well? That is ridiculous. I feel like this will be my last game with Edgar too. There's nothing super unique. He just jumps further and quicker, so it's not anything super amazing. I'm just going to jump away here. Like, it's useful, sure, but it doesn't really change the gameplay for Edgar. So I don't feel like I need to showcase anymore. That guy probably doesn't know how Ollie works, just like I didn't when I first started using him. I want to jump in here to see if I can get a couple kills. We can cut off this Poco. Perfect. I think I can kill this Doug. He only has 6. I have 12. Good. Charge up the super again. Edgar's just so annoying. Everyone knows that. I feel like Edgar is probably the most hated brawler. At least Hank gets like cool buffs when there is modes like this. Hello, Poco. Goodbye, Poco. Edgar, I feel like, is just universally hated. Even Edgar mains, they have to feel so disgusting using him. Jump on this team, and look, this is why we hate Edgar here. This is not an Edgar-friendly channel. I need to get out of here before I turn into a main. 9 kills! Oh my goodness, I need to get off this brawler. So next in line is Rosa. Let me find her. Here she is. Ooh, I only have her. Do I upgrade her? I don't really use Rosa. Let's see. Her Wasabi power. Main attacks grow a bush, and Rosa reveals enemy. So you have permanent bush viewage, and every time you attack, she spawns a bush. Is that like a 2x2 or 1x1? I'm not really. Excuse me. I got a burp coming up. Don't know if that's a. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Anyways, I got her to power 10. Let's get a star power. I'm surprised I don't have this. More damage during the super, or I think the healing might be better, especially since I'm spawning them. And then is Showdown the best mode, or perhaps Brawl Ball? Okay, so let's see how big this spawns. It spawns, oh, just a 1. Just 1. Okay, so that's not particularly amazing. And is there a cooldown on it? Get this ball away. Okay. So it being only a 1 cube, I mean, I guess maybe it's balanced, maybe it's too overpowered if it's more than 1, but I feel like at least 2 in a row would be better. Let's use the super here. Doesn't look like there's a cooldown on it, so she's gonna permanently. Let's drop this. Oh, please don't tell me they scored. I think we had him pretty low. He should have been dead. I'll just stay away from this cord. Okay. Good kill there. We do. Okay, does that Colt doesn't have his power, so we're not going to be able to destroy the barriers. I really wish this was like at least 2. Get that in there. Perfect. It doesn't feel that good. Like, I know if it was like a 2x2 area, she would heal way too much, like pretty constantly, but it just doesn't feel as strong as it should be. See, and I only heal 285 anyway, so it's not like I would heal a whole lot extra to begin with. And it's not like per bush that I get 285, it's just while I'm in grass per second, so it's not that good. Yeah, so I guess I've made the decision that the hot Wasabi powers are just pretty mid, and then they get better as we go. But I feel like the Angelo one was really good, as well as the Angelo and the Spike were both really good. But after that, it feels like a pretty significant drop-off. I think we do get a sushi here, so let's hope for the Jae Young Wasabi power. We do not get it. We have one more chance on the day, so hope for the best there. I'm going to make the decision. Rosa's is pretty weird. Let's move on to Pam. And like I've said in my previous videos on these, I just want to get through all of them as quick as possible. Obviously, it would be better to do a video per Wasabi power, but I don't have time for that. So I'm just going to try and view as many as possible. So Pam's healing turret can now overheal. This one I am very curious about, because how much does it overheal? We'll go back to Showdown just to see, but does it overheal like, can I get double HP? Can I get infinite HP? How much does it overheal? So I would kind of like to get my super and just kind of sit in it for a while just to see how much it does overheal. Because if it's like a 10% overheal, that's not good. But if it's like I can get infinite HP, then that's pretty insane, right? Of course they convert. Oh man, of course 3 teams converge on us right from the beginning, so that's fantastic. But I only got my super halfway charged, which kind of sucks. Can we kill this Byron? Nope. Our Fang dies, so we are in just really bad position here. Oh wow, oh wow. Byron, okay, that's pretty insane. 3 projectiles on Byron is pretty lethal. He's, yeah, okay, good job, Barley. Can I get my super at all? I can't. I'm not good with Pam. I feel like she shoots so many bullets, and I hit none of them. They always dodge me. Okay, I got my super. I'm just gonna test and see how much we can overheal. So My max is there. Okay, so it's just a shield. It actually does seem like I can get an infinite shield, but it does... Oh, lag, whoa. It does deplete over time. So, it's decent. I don't know if it's amazing, but I can overheal and get... You just have to sit in it for way too long for it to be useful. Okay, if we can somehow squeak out a second place, this would be insane, but I don't think we'll be able to. Actually, Barley, kind of an elite play. Let them fight each other. No, I don't know. Obviously, we were the weaker team, so it's better to focus on us, but definitely we had a chance to come out with the second place if they fought each other. So Pam, I'm honestly, I'm just gonna run through all the hot ones because these all seem pretty terrible. I'm going to play with Eve next. Let's see if we can find her. There she is. So spawns a hatchling whenever she takes damage. So if this is like the Poco one where it's no cooldown and she's like if say a buzz hits me 7 times in a row, do I spawn 7 each time? Because Poco is pretty broken for that reason. Let's just stick with Showdown. I am so sick of these hot ones. They're so boring. They're really just not that good. Pam's has utility, but you have to sit in her thing for it to be useful. So it's like, what game mode wants you to sit, like other than hot zone maybe? What game mode wants you to just sit there forever and to overheal? Okay, Amber, hello. So, whoa! Man, this is just the day of getting one shot. That Angelo killed the Piper and me. So I didn't see. I was taking a lot of damage from that Piper, and I didn't see any hatchling spawn. So I don't know if I'm missing something. All right, I'll play another game with her. Maybe Brawl Ball will be better. Let me switch over because I didn't see any hatchling spawn, so I'm a little confused. Okay, I kind of nothing spawned. Wait, what happened? The Frank hit me, and I didn't spawn anything. I'm really excited to play with Ash too. I really like his super a lot. I'm getting my super off a lot, but it doesn't. That's not the point of the power. So I don't know what's happening. Thank you, Frank. Get the kill. Someone kill him. Beautiful. All right. There we go. Okay, so I'm not seeing any hatchling spawn when I'm taking damage, so I don't really know how this is supposed to work. I'm not really taking damage either, so maybe I'll try to actively take damage. Someone hit me. I'll play one more, but I'm not seeing. Let me reread how this works because I feel like I'm missing something. Spawns a hatchling whenever she takes damage. So unless I'm just missing that they're spawning, I don't really see this doing anything. So hopefully I take a little more damage in this one. Okay, so it did spawn. It just died immediately. Hit me again. Hit me again, please. Drop my super down. So I did see it, but if they're just gonna die, like the Nita does, the damage from Nita goes through enemies, so it's like if it's just gonna spawn on me and the Nita's gonna kill it immediately, what's the point? Oh, actually I want to see Pam hit me. Like, okay, it does spawn one every time I take damage, so Pam can hit me 6 or 7 times, and okay, that's fun. Oh, and we sneak the goal through. Pam can hit me 6 or 7 times, I won't die, and a bunch of hatchlings will spawn, so that is kind of interesting. Here, Pam, shoot at me. See, it's useless against Anita because they do splash damage. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Nita will kill them all, so I don't want to be near the Nita, but if I can let the Pam do damage to me. Here we go. And then we get poison damage on all of them. Gray will one-shot me. And we lose the game. Yep. That's pretty unfortunate. But okay, so I understand it. Still, they have no health, so they just die immediately. But I can see what it does. Do I think it's good? No, but I see it. Charlie seems like a good one. Let's try her if I can find her. Here she is. Okay, so continually releases spiders while moving. Now, the spiders do have low HP, so obviously I'm not expecting a whole lot of, like, anything. But it's just an annoyance, right? It's a meat shield. You take it, they soak up damage. They distract enemies. I think they do damage. So there's that. Like, let me see. If it's, like, one spider as she's moving, I don't like that. But let's hope it's, like, 2 or 3. So it's one... and not even that frequently. And they die over time. So they will at least show you where enemies are, but it's not that good. Spawn. Oh, and it despawns the spiders. So she can only have a max of 3 on the field, I guess. Whoa. Okay, we're kind of cooking here. This is kind of useless if you can. Oh! Oh my gosh. If you can only have 3 on the field at once, it's kind of useless, but I don't know. And again, it's like the other one with, it's like Eve. If it's splash damage, then there's no point. They just die because they only have 700 HP and everyone does 700 HP. So kind of weak again, but we are. Golly, can this Edgar go away? He's always just jumping into us. He gets the kill too. Oh man. Kill this gray at least. I'm stacking cubes. I just have to play carefully because everyone's on to me. 1 team left and I have 19. Both my teammates are dead though. My spider... oh, it's this Primo from earlier. Hello, friend. He'll converge on them. I should be able to get... kill him and then just wait for the Primo and death. Okay. So Charlie's isn't bad, but I don't feel like the spiders really were the reason we won that game. I think that was just me being good, me playing the game well. Kind of like the Eve, like it spawns something that dies almost immediately, so it's not that strong. Like it is a little bit of a nuisance because they might be able to get a little bit of damage. They'll distract the enemies a touch, but is it that good? No, not really. So how many did we cover today? I think we did 5. We did Edgar, we did Rosa, we did Pam, we did Eve, we did Charlie. So I think Rosa's is not good. Edgar's is good, it's useful. The range it gets and how quick you jump. So now, like, an issue with Edgar is you could jump, but they could just walk away from where you're jumping. So now it's almost impossible to dodge, right? You're going to be pretty much on the enemy. With how quick you jump, they can't really get away from you. Pam's is usable. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's only really good for Hot Zone. Eve and Charlie, they're not that good. So we are almost through with these. We're over halfway through. I'll try to do another 4 to 5 next video. And Jae Young, I'm still hoping to get that. I have one more wasabi or sushi that I can get today, so I will definitely try to get those. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.